Working on the command line like this can be a little frustrating. Some commands are going to give you confirmation or the results that you expect, while others will just execute with absolutely no feedback at all. And that's why it's a really good idea to always double check the status of Git before executing any type of Git command, just to make sure it's going to do what you expect it to do. So I'm going to show you how to do a git status command. We're going to do those over and over and over again through the course of this chapter, so you'll get really familiar with doing them. Now I'm picking up right where we left off from the last exercise. I've got my terminal window open. In the last exercise, if you remember correctly, we created 2 directories, and then we initialized one of those, the Git basics directory, as a Git repository. Now, if you're going to be working with the repo, you need to be located inside of that within the command line in order to run commands. So you'll notice that if I look at my current directory, I'm inside of the Git basics directory. So if you're not inside of your repo, you need to navigate to that before running your status. Okay, so to do a Git status update, you just type in Git and then the word status. So Git space status, hit return. And then Git will tell you the current status of that particular repo. Now you can see we're on the master branch. We only have one branch. We're on the initial commit, which we haven't made yet. You notice right now it says there's nothing to commit. Create copy files and use git add to track them. So basically what it's telling us is that everything's okay, but this is an empty repo. There's nothing here. We haven't made an initial commit yet because there's nothing to commit. And anytime you have an empty folder that you initialize as a Git repo, that's going to be your initial status until you start adding some files and making commits. So Git status is an incredibly important part of using Git. It helps you keep track of the current state of your repo. And really, honestly, one of the best things about it is that it prevents you from running the wrong command a lot of times. So we will be using it before most of the operations that we're going to do in this chapter. So it's a really good idea to get in the practice of using Git status early and often when using Git.